As we finish our third week of classes here at Cambridge, the students are taking on more and more of the presentation responsibilities. We do stay in the classroom where students present to other students their findings from the readings that they're doing. But the thing that makes this program special is the fact that in Cambridge there are plenty of chances to go to places where we can actually get our hands on some of the artifacts from the expeditions that we read about. For example, we're reading about the 1576 to 1578 Martin Frobisher expeditions to Canada, from which he brought back rocks that he thought was gold. It wasn't. But people actually had a chance not only to touch the rocks that were supposed to be gold, but they also had a chance to look at some of the archaeological findings from an excavation in Canada of Frobisher's camp. This is actually some of the mortar from the houses that Frobisher built. This weekend's excursion was to Stratford to see a play by Shakespeare. More about that later. But on the way we stop at Warwick Castle. Warwick Castle is an interesting blend of amusement park and actual castle. Much like Stratford is an interesting blend of legend about Shakespeare and actual Shakespearean history. The castle at Warwick, as I said, is an authentic castle. It's the home of the Earl of Warwick, who was essentially the kingmaker in England from about the time of William the Conqueror in 1066 all the way through the Renaissance till the end of the 1600s. We were up on the ramparts before, looking out over the interior of the castle. This is the great hall of the castle, with plenty of weapons, plenty of armor, fireplace. Some of this stuff is authentic, some of it is not. It's interesting, this blend. It's a blend of our kind of fairy tale version of the medieval and Renaissance periods and reality. Because the reality of this is that Fulk Greville, the Earl of Warwick, was Sir Philip Sidney's biographer and friend. He was probably murdered in this castle. Besides that, one of the things they do at the castle is medieval and Renaissance activities. This is a trebuchet, which actually hurls stuff as heavy as pianos. They're hurling a big rock into the river right here. They also do demonstrations of falconry, which is what's going on right now. As I say, Warwick is like Stratford in that it's a blend of history and fantasy, much like Stratford. The play we saw at Stratford was one of Shakespeare's comedies, As You Like It. It's interesting the way just changing who sings a song or changing people's costumes can make a comedy lighter or darker. But the key issue in England is serendipity. This is an authenticated portrait of Shakespeare. We're pretty sure that this is actually Shakespeare's likeness. And you find these interesting little tidbits of real history that you might not have expected everywhere in England. And during the weekend we went to Christ Church in Oxford, where I had the unexpected chance to see this, the Codex Mendoza, which is an important travel manuscript